Hey guys, come on in, come on in. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Come on in. All right, I'm out here. You got 2 hours, well, really like an hour, 45 minutes to vote. Come on out to the polls. Polls closing at 7 p.m. And make sure you write me in. You want me to win? Come write me in. Again, this is me, your super mayor, Tiffany Henyard. You're the people's mayor / people's supervisor. And it is time to vote me back in. All right, so come here. I have palm cards, as you see, really, really big. That way you know how to vote for me, how to write me in, and basically you can do a paper ballot or do it electronic. Make sure you come and vote. You have about an hour, 45 minutes to cast your vote if you have not done so already. Again, this is your super mayor, Tiffany Henyard. Come and write me in for the win. Okay? We got literally an hour, 45 minutes left to vote. And then we will know what's happening this evening come about 8 p.m. But come out and vote. I just wanted to make sure you understood that. And make sure you pick people that's for community, for unity. I've always have been that individual. I've always showed up and showed out for you guys. I'll continue to do that. And I will continue to be the voice for the people.
Many in Thornton Township will remember the dramatic evening when Napoleon Harris announced that Tiffany Henyard would no longer appear on the township ballot. As committeeman, Harris exercises authority to hold the first township caucus in nearly 30 years, a move some called outdated to people in Thornton Township. Caucuses may feel unfamiliar, Harris said, but they've been a tradition across other townships in the state. The caucus was held amid growing controversy surrounding Henyard's administration, making her bid for nomination an uphill battle. She vocally opposed the caucus, claiming it was unlawful. "I'll be suing everybody tomorrow," she declared. This is illegal. One of Henyard's main complaints involved transportation. Thornton Township buses were used to bring supporters, mostly seniors, to the event. However, many of them never made it inside the crowded 600-person auditorium. "This is a process that existed before I took office," Harris said. "I'm simply exercising my legal right as committeeman to organize a caucus despite the protests and heated exchanges." The caucus moved forward. Ultimately, Henyard did not receive the nomination. The decision marked a major shakeup in local politics, especially for residents unfamiliar with the caucus process. When the votes were tallied, a new candidate was placed on the ballot, signaling a shift in township leadership and leaving many to question the future of Henyard's political career.
The Democratic slate that would represent Thornton Township at the April 1st consolidated election reads as follows. For Supervisor, Napoleon Harris.
Tiffany A. Henyard left that pivotal caucus night visibly emotional and upset, knowing her name would not appear on the April ballot. While some in the room were pleased with the outcome, Henyard wasn't ready to back down. Just like Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream, Tiffany Henyard, the self-proclaimed people's mayor and people's supervisor, had one too. Her dream? To become the first write-in candidate in Thornton Township history to win an election. Henyard took to social media, rallying her supporters with a determined message. Get your pen and write her in. She paraded to the township, preaching her campaign message with flair. Tiffany A. Henyard is for the people, she declared. She gives out food boxes every Saturday. She hosts Big Bingo. Of course, her record wasn't without controversy. Allegations about hindering local businesses followed her, but to her loyal base, she was still the people's champ. That was about a month ago. And for weeks, folks speculated about just how many write-in votes Henyard actually received. We saw the official numbers from Napoleon Harris, who received thousands of votes, but Henyard's tally remained a mystery. Until now, shout out to the Woke Christian YouTube channel, where the write-in results were finally revealed. It's election day across the Southland, with races for everything from the library board to the village leadership underway. Voters have until 7 p.m. to cast their ballots. Henyard, never one to stay quiet, addressed her supporters in a live video. "They cheated me at the caucus, and y'all saw it," she said. Fake news was there. They recorded it, but didn't show what really happened. They picked their people and made a fake ticket. But I'm still here. I'm still fighting. While her tone was passionate, some viewers couldn't help but notice something else. Henyard sounded unusually stuffy, her voice almost congested. "Maybe it's just a cold," one viewer commented. "But she's definitely hyped up, a little jittery even." Whether it was nerves, emotion, or simply the weather, her energy was unmistakable. As for the results, those numbers are finally public, and they tell a story of their own. Despite being off the ballot, Tiffany A. Henyard mounted a full-fledged write-in campaign with grassroots energy, high visibility, and her trademark flair. Whether her efforts made history or simply added another twist to her already dramatic political journey, the results are now part of the public record, love her or not. Tiffany Henyard continues to make headlines and refuses to go quietly.
Share the video, let people know today is election day. You have until 7 p.m. to cast your vote for your next elected officials throughout the Southland. And I mean everybody from library board, school board, village, and also, of course, here. You know, they cheated me with the caucus. All y'all know about it, saw it. Fake news even recorded it, but didn't show anything. And they just picked people that they wanted to be their bobbleheads and create a ticket, which is...
It's honestly sad at this point. Tiffany A. Henyard is doing everything she can to convince people in Thornton Township that she still has support, that she's still for the people. But let's be real. Many of those people didn't even know who she was. Some literally called her young lady like they'd never seen her before. She's out here acting wild in parking lots, trying to stir up attention. But the reality? It's not looking good now. I know what you're really here for. The write-in results. We've been waiting for this moment. And yes, it's a little sad, maybe even a little depressing. But let's get into it. So, there's this form that circulates for all the write-in candidates. You know, the folks who didn't make the official ballot. It's called the Cook County Write-In Votes Report. Basically, it's a list of everyone who still tried to make a play even after losing the caucus. And on that list for Thornton Township Supervisor, we find her, Tiffany A. Henyard, as a write-in candidate. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Tiffany received 53 early votes and 117 on Election Day, for a grand total of 193 votes yes. That's it. 193. I've had live stream chats with more people than that. A small jazz lounge holds more people. Tiffany Henyard, who's been in politics for 8+ years, got absolutely blown out. And when you break it down, those 53 early votes, that's likely the inner circle, her loyal crew, the Keith Freemans and Michael Smiths, the people she uses like puppets, propped up for appearances and errands, her ride or dies. If you will, then we got the 117 who showed up on Election Day. Probably some loyal Big Bingo attendees. Maybe folks who still think they owe her for a food box on Saturday. But even if you combine every favor, every ride, every chicken dinner, 193 votes is a political nightmare. Let's be honest here. This isn't someone new to the game. This isn't a fresh-faced first-timer, just learning the ropes. Tiffany Henyard is a veteran in Thornton Township politics. She's been mayor, supervisor, trustee. She's had power and name recognition. And still, just 193 people showed up to write her name down at this point. I don't think politics is for her anymore. And if you're wondering, well, maybe voter turnout was low overall? Let's look at Napoleon Harris. Same race, same conditions. The turnout was around 14%. Not exactly record-breaking. But Harris still pulled over 11,000 votes. Compare that to Tiffany's 193, and it's night and day. This wasn't close. It wasn't a quiet protest. It was a landslide rejection. Tiffany, respectfully, it might be time to pivot. Maybe bring back the Good Burger franchise or start a new hustle. Because politics? This chapter looks closed now. I know some of you follow her food giveaways. Yes, she's still planning one this Saturday. And you better believe I'll be tuning in to see what kind of show she puts on. Expect another rant. Expect more finger-pointing. But don't expect a comeback. Because this looks like the end of her political run. That's pretty much it for now. A quick update for those of you who've been following the saga. I'll be going live later today. So keep an eye out for that. We're going to keep covering this from beginning to end, no matter how wild it gets until then. Stay safe, stay inside, and I appreciate y'all. I'm out. Thanks for watching Celeb News.